What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Baldur's Gate 3. I love how how I take my long rest, and these two are just standing there. Like, we're all sleeping, and their models are just standing there. Like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Dare I suggest Char may have had her reasons.
Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Alrighty then. Let's head out. Dude, it's so weird. We're really close to level cap. Because we're pushing up to level 10.
The absolute
If I'm-
armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
If I'm correct, this game, I think 12 is your level cap. I'm still holding out hope for DLC or something, like an expansion. Like adds a couple more levels and...
Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
I don't know what it was about that piccolo in the background. That ba-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. Something about that just made me go, oh, it's so cool. I love this game's music, man. I know I'm not the first one to say it. I mean, this game's music is fucking dope.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected
Did that in front of that guy?
Ketherick. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
What was the point of her showing up in that scene, disguised and acting scared, doing that whole thing? What was the point of that?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Okay. Can I have access to all my characters now? What the fuck? Oh, that's a look. Okay, there's Quoth the Raven. I still feel like I should be able to talk to Quoth the Raven.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Soluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
I kind of like her. You're not that old. Are you?
I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, speaking to, you have far more experience than I.
Maybe I'm the parasite puppeteering the body.
I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, You have the only weapon you need.
Okay, is Withers back with us? He says hopefully, because I would very much like to get her class set up the way I want it.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a cat.
Okay, so we're all just gonna kind of talk about Shadowheart.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
I like this campsite.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
It's the goddess of darkness and loss. You think she's gonna be all sunshine and puppies?
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He looked at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respect
There's something weird. The voices, yeah, the mouths and the animations are lagging a bit.
That respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Huh. Sorry if I've been a little quiet. My software turned my mic down a little bit. Got it back to where I want it.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart.
It was probably a very minor change. You probably really don't notice it.
But her path will be easier with our support. I've been unfair to you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. What would you like to know? You're not a doppelganger, Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the shade. I'm 350 years old.
I think we've done this before.
Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding. Well, we're up in
Yeah.
anytime.
I remember that story.
Camp life seems to suit the young owl there. His coat of feathers seems fuller. His eyes look bright.
Oh boy.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
I would have kept up with this stuff in the last video, but I didn't know that there'd still be all this dialogue. I apologize, my friends. It's Withers!
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, oh,
Thank you, Withers.
fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Okay, so I can get Jaheira set up the way I want. Now that I've got Halsin and everybody here in camp, so I can go through equipment with those two as I would like.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike.
Okay. Calm down a little bit, dude.
Exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem, the world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If Raphael says it's awful.
For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit, I think I deserve something better.
God damn, your voice actor is amazing. Apparently, he didn't even really audition for Astarion. Because I saw some interview. Because somebody asked, like what it was like when he auditioned for the role, and the actor said, well, he kind of figured out that it would be some game or some other game or Baldur's Gate 3. He kind of figured it out, and there were so many different, but he knew it was something D&D related, or like I said, or a third project, but again, something D&D related. So he was led to go in for any kind of multiple kinds of races. So he sent in, I think he said like 10 different audition tapes for different for 10 different races or for 10 different races or something. And he's like, I would have been happy just being a random goblin as part of the party. But then he got Astarion and he fell in love with it, and he fucking killed it. Didn't he win? I think he won best voice actor for this role.
All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down?
God, I love you.
Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
God, I love you. You're so weird. Look, I promise to help you stop Cazador. I'm not promising anything else.
My brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Okay, well, as I said, at least now we have access to all our other characters, so I'm going to start moving the party around.
Go ahead.
Because Gale, Shadowheart,
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
and Will are all set. It's just something weird. You can't check the equipment of other party members when they're not in the active party. It's yeah, it's a whole thing. So I'm going to go through all of that, and we will pick up in a second with Jaheira's new class and everything. Okay, so I'm going to come here to our friend Withers with Jaheira and change my class. I have the build that I want to play around with. Kind of running in my ear right now. Found this on YouTube. It is Wolfheart FPS. Who came up with this this build. It is a Ranger Knight, so she's going to be kind of a frontline tank ranger kind of character. So that we're going to take Ranger Knight, so she'll have proficiency, history, and armor proficiency with heavy armor. We are going to take Wasteland Wanderer with fire, because fire is apparently the most common. The common ground environmental thing that you deal with in this game, so resistance to fire is pretty good. And as far as this goes, you want to put your +2 in strength. There's a really good video on this, Wolfheart FPS, Ranger Knight class build. So it's essentially a dual-wielding damage tank is what you shoot for. Strength and Constitution are what you want here. We'll go down to 12 in Dex just for the initiative. 12 in Wisdom for the saving throw. We don't need Charisma. Constitution we want up at 16 and Strength at 17. Oh, wait. I'm still a point. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just that extra point can go anywhere. Really doesn't matter. Now the Wisdom is the spellcasting modifier for the Ranger, but because this build apparently doesn't deal with a lot of Ranger Wisdom casting, you don't really need to worry about it too much. That's why we're going to focus on Dex and Strength and Constitution. Okay, excuse the heavy amount of cuts. I'm kind of doing this one level at a time, and I could write this stuff down, but I don't have a piece of paper or my tablet nearby to write shit down of how I'm doing this build. So there's going to be a lot of weird cuts every level. So I'm just leaving all the stuff base with stealth, perception, and survival, because from what it's looking like, it doesn't really matter, especially because she's not our main character, so really who gives a shit? So for level 2 of this build, we get our spells. What we are going to take is Hunter's Mark, so we can mark creatures with our bonus action and start dealing damage with it. And we are also going to take Longstrider to be able to push in towards our targets. And as far as fighting style, we are going 2-weapon fighting, so we can use make attack with offhand, add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. So okay, for level 3, let's see here. So we get our spell. Now, because the way this build is going to work, and again, I'm kind of going word for word from what Wolfheart had in his build video. So again, if you want to see more like reasons for why we're going for certain skills and whatnot, like he even goes into like gameplay of like specifically like how to run this build. It's really cool, so go check it out. But he suggests essentially just taking Cure Wounds, because this build isn't going to be using a lot of spell slots, because really you're just going to try and keep concentration on Hunter's Mark running the whole time. So, you can't really use Ensnaring Strike or Fog Cloud. They're really not going to be useful. You can maybe take Speak with Animals, I guess, if you're running like your main character, but because Yaskir already has Talk with Animals, I don't need anything like that. So we're going to take Cure Wounds, which can be upcast and everything, especially like I said, because apparently this build we're not going to be using a lot of spells. And as far as subclass goes, run Hunter. Now, supposedly you can run Beastmaster variant of this. There's, abilities for all that. But Hunter is the way he's running this, and I'm running this very specific with how he has it here. So he also suggests taking Colossus Slayer. So weapon attacks deal extra 1d8 if the target is below its hit point maximum. And as far as spells go... Make sure I have everything equipped the way I want as we go later on. Sorry, I just realized I was getting focused on something. So we're not going to mess with spells or anything at this level. The question right now is, do you want to take Dual Wielder, or do you want to mess with your ability score? Because our strength is at 17. Because our strength is at 17 here. So what you're gonna want to do with this is, as I said, at this level, because technically if you're playing this as your main character, you'll have this at a much earlier level. So you'd want Dual Wielder earlier, so you can focus on weapons that aren't light. But because we're already going to get our character pretty much up to level 9, it doesn't fully matter with what we're doing right now. But if you're running this as your main character, you have the choice between Dual Wielder or something that's going to boost your strength. But right now, again, if you're doing it early, you probably want Dual Wielder. That way you get the bonus AC, and you get dual weapon fighting. Okay, so level 5 is going to be a pretty simple level up here. So we get level 2 spell slots unlocked. We also get the extra attack, so that's really nice. It is suggested at this level you take protection from poison, because that gives you protection against pretty much 2 of the main damage classes, being fire and poison. And you can cast at the start, doesn't require concentration, and it lasts until a long rest. So pretty much you cast Long Strider and you cast this right at the start of a day. So pretty simple level. Like I said, you also get your extra attack. Well, if you haven't had a seizure yet from all this cuts, let's see here. Level 6 is where we get a new favored enemy, and with this one, it's kind of pick your best out of combat. Oh my God, come on, brain! Your best out of combat proficiency, because frankly, what you get in combat isn't going to be super useful. And you get Sacred, you can get Sacred Flame. Proficiency in Arcana. You can cast True Strike. Ooh. Protection from good and evil. Yeah, but I'm not going to use Ensnaring Strike, so it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to take Sanctified Striker. Might as well give her the Sacred Flame cantrip. It's not a bad thing. And it's actually been doing work for me in this LP, which, again, everybody says is very fucking weird. That, or, not you guys, but people have said that Sacred Flame is a really useless cantrip, but it works in this game for me, so I'm keeping it. As far as this goes, The suggested is Beast Tamer, just to kind of lean into that whole ranger thing, so you can cast Find Familiar without casting a spell slot. And everything else is good to go. Alright, another simple level here as far as spells go. The suggested one is Lesser Restoration, just a nice utility in case you need it. And as far as defensive tactics, suggest a multi-attack defense, seeing that you're going to be on the front line a lot with this build. This way, whenever an enemy attacks, they have a -4 penalty to additional attack rolls, and since a lot of classes have an extra attack feature, it's good to have multi-attack defense. Okie dokie, so this is our final level for this right now, because we don't have level 9 yet. Oh wait, no, we have level 9. It's level 10 that we're about to hit, so okay, so no, never mind, we have one more level after this. So at level 8, we get our next feat, which in this case, because we're running a dual wield build, we're going to take Heavy Armor Master. Gives us +1 to our strength, so it makes us hit harder, and non-magical attacks decrease by 3 while wearing heavy armor, which we will have her in, so she's going to hit even harder and take a little less damage on the front line. I think we also got, Landstride Difficult Terrain, which is going to be cool for the next level, so essentially she isn't affected by difficult terrain. There is a variant of this if you want to run a dual hand heavy weapon build. You can try you'd probably take Heavy Armor Master at level 4, and then here at level 8, then you could probably take Great Weapon Master and make him hit even harder if you're going to do that. Okay, so here is our final level for now with Jaheira. We get level 3 spell slot, health up to 85, and the spell we are going to take is Plant Growth. There's a reason for this, because it kind of does the same thing as Spike Growth without the damage, so it makes every... It essentially makes an area difficult terrain, but you want it because she has that ability, that passive from the previous level that allows her to traverse difficult terrain, so she can hold a choke point essentially where all the enemies have to run really slowly, and she can run around freely in that area and kick the shit out of them. So, and the other reason why Spike Growth won't work on this build is because it requires concentration. Though I am thinking, I do like Conjure Barrage, but at the same time, like I said, we're not really doing full on wisdom with this character, so hold off on that. Karlach also has a level, but it looks like a simple one. Brutal Critical. When you land a critical, roll extra damage as well as... Jesus H. Okay. I think Halsin also has one. Yes. He gets Druid level 9. And as far as his prepared spells, keep Longstrider, Heat Metal, Wall of Fire is cool, Moonbeam. Oh, because I gave him the Blood of Lathander as an offhand, he also has Sunbeam now, so it's extra cool. What are his level 1 spells? Keep that. Dump Ice Knife because it kind of sucks. Keep Cure Wounds. I'll keep Entangle. It's not bad. Wall of Stone is neat. Mass cure wounds. Greater restoration, but I'm thinking what I want is insect plague, because I really like that spell. Okay, so here's Jaheira at 1 health point less than Karlach. Let's unequip that. Give her Faller Eluve in this hand, and until, well... Actually, let's do it this way. Yeah, keep that Blade of Oppress, do 7 to 19 damage. And then we can give her Faller Eluve in the other hand. Turn off dual wielding, do 6 to 13 damage. So we get we can get Sword Shriek and Blade of Oppress. Yeah, we can do a shitload of damage with those. And as far as a heavy armor... Ooh, actually, I think I gave Lae'zel the armor that we got from Ketheric. So we can give her the flawed Helldusk armor. Make her even beefier. And as far as gauntlets and everything else... I think I have some interesting stuff back at the stash. I've been recording this for an hour, and I have done absolutely nothing but mess with character builds and everything, but I wanted to get all this done before Act 3. I think I'm going to give her that helmet because she gets +1 saving throw to spells. She already has Hunter's Mark, has resistance to fire. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I put some weird gauntlets in here that I would like. Did I put them in here, or did I put them on another... Or is another character holding them? I think they might. God damn it, Halsin. I just have a regular club. But he can use Shillelagh, so... Oh my god, if I can find these damn things. I can't remember what they do, but I think they have a connection to psychic. Do. Yeah, I cannot find them. Oh well. We'll find probably better boots and whatnot as we go, because I'm not seeing anything super great. Here, take that for Constitution saving throws. Why the hell not? Oh, there they are. They're down there on Lae'zel. Also inflicts mental fatigue. Why not? It gives her just a little something extra until we find something better. Any cool necklaces that we have? Oh, we got the sentient one. Well, I should get shatter with it. Key restoration. Oh, yeah, but we're about to do something with that. What is Aberration Hunter? No, it's not. Oh, Ancient Grudges. Yeah, for now, until I find something better. Same with rings. I really don't have anything that's gonna work too well with her at the moment. So, excuse me, for now, this is going to be our Jaheira. Looks like everyone's leveled, everyone's ready. I'm going to talk to these two real quick.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Why, she already has. She so mighty.
Okay, we already went through that.
Looking forward to a bit.
Okay. Well, my dudes, I am going to long rest because I think we have to continue. I'm also going to cut here because I'm not sure how long everything's going to be once I go through the levels and whatnot. So this might be kind of like an intermediary part just because going through levels and whatnot as kind of a prelude to Act 3. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to label this video or if I might connect it to another play session because I don't know how long this is going to be after I make all the cuts. So, if this is it, thanks for watching. Social media in the description, like, comment, subscribe or not. And if we're still going to go, I'll do that outro again when it's actually time to go. So, maybe thanks for watching, and I might be out.